We have a interesting question about Costco, but not from me.
I know.
From Chris Demm.
Yeah, we had our family over for Christmas, after Christmas, because of scheduling and anyway, my wife's side of the family, and I was gifted a lovely new winter jacket, and which I needed, frankly. And I tried it on, and it's like, I think this is going to be a little too small. And then I tried it on the next day. Everyone went home. I tried it on the next day, and it's like, it's just the sleeves are too short. The sleeves are too short.
Right.
And so I texted our nephew's wife, and I said, what's the easiest way for me to return this? It's just not the right size. And she said, well, I got it from Costco.
Right.
And I thought to myself, well, I know their return policy in past has been quite liberal. And I don't know what the rules are. So I turned to Chris Kelly this morning pre-program.
Well, it's an interesting question because I could just walk in there, you go through the exit, okay, and you don't even show your card.
Well, that's suspicious already.
Well, it is. I always feel weird going through there because it's where, I mean, you're facing 20 carts coming at you because people are coming out. You know, and those checkers check your.
So there's an indoor and an outdoor.
There's an indoor where you have to show your card to even get into the warehouse. But the outdoor, you've got people coming at you with their stuff, and it's loaded. I mean, it's loaded. And there are people checking receipts, but you just sort of say, I have a return, and you go right past.
Kind of swim your way upstream like a salmon?
Yeah, and actually, right after Christmas, that line was outdoor.
I'm sure.
I mean, it was around the corner.
Sure.
But every time I've ever gone in, and recently I had my son's computer I had to take back, it's never been an issue. You don't need a receipt.
But we're not members.
They do typically take the card, I think. I
have no record of the transaction. I just have the jacket.
Yeah, but I think that I may be wrong on this. I think you could walk in there and say, my nephew's wife bought this jacket here. I don't have any other information, and they would be able to look it up.
You think?
I think so.
Track the barcode?
I would think so.
I think so. And they'll see it's on her card, and they'll say, okay, we can exchange it for you for a larger size, or we can put the money back on her barcode.
What do you want to do?
I think now.
I need the jacket.
Now, you not being the member, I think they would probably go into the store and get the jacket for you. But I'm wondering if there had to be some transaction where they'll need a card. To might have to have her there or have the card. I'm just not positive on that. I really should be, because I've done enough returning there that I should know.
See, Chris Kelly's a premier member.
Yes.
And when you're a premier member, you can skip lines.
There are privileges.
And there are privileges that are had by everyone that's a premier member.
I just don't know. I don't know if you'll need that or not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you will.
You don't think Biggie, I can just stroll in?
I think you can stroll. I think the person at the door, you say, hey, I'm not a member, but I was given a gift that I need to exchange. And they'll say, come on in.
Because they face that all the time.
I mean, it's just the tiniest of tags on there. I mean, it might just be the barcode and that's it.
Well, now they usually are able to scan whatever I take back. They scan it and they'll say, "Did your wife buy this?" And I'll say, "Yeah." And they see her card. She always does, and they see her card on there. I'm not sure. I really am not.
I bet they'll try to upsell you into a membership.
It's flummoxed. I don't think so. They don't. They're not into that. They're really good at the returns too. They always get it done.
Well,
for
I knew
me.
their return policy was virtually
liberal.
insane.
It really is. Ringo, you're talking about a return at Costco. Go ahead.
All right, so first step, he doesn't go in the exit door. He goes in the tiny door to the next side of it.
That's true. There's a tiny little door.
For non-members.
Yeah. It's like a dog door.
That really does.
With a flap.
It's a little
Get down on all fours and crawl.
It's insulting. Okay, fact. That's right. Yes, next.
Goes in the small door. He's going to return it, but the first thing they're going to ask is for his member card, because that's how they're going to look up the purchase.
Yeah.
So he's not going to have. They're going to let him return it, but they look everything up transactionally through that member number. There's a barcode on there.
So will he be able to return it?
I just want an exchange.
Will he be able to exchange it for a larger size, even if he doesn't have the card?
Yes, they're going to let him do that, but they're not going to let him go get it and just exchange it. They're going to give him the money for it, and then he's going to go take and exchange it out and buy the new one.
But how can he exchange it out if he doesn't have a card? Because you do have to show your card when you go through the checkout line.
They'll make it happen.
They will. All right. Okay.
Bold talk.
I trust
Ringo.
you. I've never been in that situation. I'll trust you, Ringo. You should try it. You should give it to me. I'll go in there.
But see, your card doesn't match hers.
That doesn't matter though. I mean, I don't even need a card. According to him, I don't even need a card. Yeah, I'm just. I'll just tell him. I'll tell him the truth. This is usually I don't.
Whoa, whoa,
it's,
whoa.
it's a rarity.
Bold strategy.
Do you know how to
Cotton.
do that?
Yeah, because you'll want to lie.
I will.
You're out of practice.
I always. It's like I
It's
don't.
your default setting.
It is. I don't know. I guess I'll try to tell them. I'll say, look, a friend
My
of
friend's niece got me this jacket. What? Why would your friend's niece buy you a jacket?
Do they know how big you are? This is a
I
medium.
don't know.
When's the last time they saw you?
Did you steal this and you're trying to return it?
Yes.
I know. I'm worried about that. The truth usually is not something. I was in Costco the other day and was faced with a question of true or lie. I was standing in a long line waiting to check out, scrolling my phone. My daughter was with me, okay? And a woman came over to me and tapped me on the shoulder from a different line, a Costco customer.
Mm-hmm.
She came over and she said to me, I hate to bother you, but I have to ask you a question. And I said, go ahead. And she said, are you an Olympic swimmer?
Nuh-uh.
She did.
It's a riddle?
She said, are you an Olympic swimmer? And I said, why do you ask? And she said,
Does this pose look familiar?
she said, you are the spitting image of an Olympic swimmer who won a gold for America at the last Olympics. And I
At the goal? Were you wearing your specs?
yeah, I was. I had my little Ben Franklin spectacles on, and I was wearing, my usual. Well, I was wearing this.
Probably.
And something that looks just like it. And she goes, you are the spitting image of an Olympic swimmer that won gold for America at the last Olympics. And I said, oh, my gosh, thank you so much. But then my daughter chimed in, and she's like, he is not an Olympic. I said, well, now, this is the first time she's spoken words to anybody else ever. It's like, you picked a fine time to speak up.
Now you talk?
Now you're saying something. I was just like, oh, my God.
Well, now, aren't you intrigued? You have to look up
I know.
American Olympic swimmers
Yeah.
that won gold.
She said, I can't place his name, but you look just like him. And then she walked on back.
Not that thick-headed, what's-his-face?
Ryan something or another.
Ryan?
What was his name? It was Ryan something.
Lochte. No, that's not
Lochte.
it.
That
No.
thick-headed.
He
No,
won,
that's
like,
not it.
I mean, that was like 15, 20 years
Yeah, you're
It
right.
was.
You're right.
Is it Phelps? Does she think I'm Phelps? I don't
I
know.
don't think you're Michael Phelps.
But he's
Phelps.
the one that's so known. And so all the way home, we had a 15-minute drive home. I'd just go, Olympic swimmer.
Wait till I tell your mom.
And I did tell her. I got home and I said, you're not going to believe it. I told that exact story. And she goes, she's, I don't buy that. I don't believe that.
Yeah, every time I hear a gunshot, I start to dive. It's weird.
I look for a body of water.
She said, that's a wind-up. That woman is winding you. I said, no.
Did she lift your wallet?
Is it possible? Did she take something off me?
Did she flim-flam you?
She might have gotten some items out of my cart. Who knows what she did?
'Cause that's very like escort line.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Are you an Olympic
Do you
swimmer?
work out?
Yeah.
She didn't walk back the other way with a blind man's cane and a seeing eye dog,
I'm
did she?
telling you. That
Or
was
maybe she just collected money.
maybe that's what. Maybe so.
It was a bet.
Told you I'd
Yes.
ask if, yeah. But she said you're spitting. And then, and just yesterday, I held my breath for 90 seconds yesterday. And I told my wife when I got home, I said, I held my breath for 90 seconds today. And she goes, I heard that nonsense. We did that. Biggie challenge.
Yeah, late in the program.
It was a challenge. It was during garbage time.
And Biggie clocked it.
And Biggie, I claimed I could hold my breath for 90 seconds and did. And my wife said, don't ever do that again. And I said, why not? And she goes, because you're not 8 years old. Grow up.
Ooh, ouch.
No.
You didn't walk in the door of the house and open with that, did you?
I did. Well,
Honey.
I said, did you?
Guess what I did at school today?
Did you hear me? I said, I held my breath for 90. I heard that nonsense.
And now you have no excuse not to do that thing on my birthday.